Hello dear students, welcome to your science class. Today we are going to start new chapter in science, that is chapter number 8, adaptations. What adaptations are? Adaptations are behavior or features that makes an organism the best suited to its way of life. These features help them to survive, protect and eat, etc. We will discuss some adaptations related to the place where an organism lives, the food it eats, and the way in which it protects itself. So let's learn something about them. First, we will discuss about the aquatic plants, how they survive in the water. So, what do you mean by aquatic plants? Aquatic plants are plants that live in water. They do not have long roots. Their leaves and stems have lot of air space in which they store their air supply. This makes them light and help them to float in a better way in water. Next point is the seeds of aquatic plants are very light and spongy so that they can be scattered by water. Next is the leaves have waxy coating like an umbrella, like a raincoat, which protect them from water. Now let's learn about fish, how they swim in water. Fish can breathe in water. They intake water through their mouth and throw it out through their gills. The gills absorb the oxygen mixed in water and carbon dioxide collected in the gills mixed with water and passes out. The body of a fish has many features which help them to swim better. Other animals which swim well also have some adaptations, like they have webbed feet, like ducks and frogs have webbed feet with which they push against the water. Now let's discuss about the desert plant. You can see the picture of desert plant, how they look like. Plants that grow in desert are adapted to cope up with shortage of water because desert area is a dry sandy area. For example, cacti survive well in desert. They have spines which are special leaves that reduce loss of water. Also they store water in their thick spongy stem. Now camel. All of you know the ship of the desert. The camel is called the ship of the desert because the camel is the best example of an animal that can survive in hot, dry and sandy area. It is desert. It has long eyelashes which protect its eyes from sand. It has long legs that keep its body high above the hot sand. It can drink a lot of water at one go and passes very little urine. It stores food in the form of fat in its hump. So the shortage of food in desert area does not bother it too much. Now let's discuss about the cold climate. We already discussed about the hot climate, about the desert. Now we will discuss about the cold climate, how animals live there, survive there. Like polar bears. Polar bear live in Arctic region, which is icy cold. It means it is extremely cold. Nature has given them thick coat of fur. They have a thick layer of fat under their skin for extra protection from the cold. As fat is energy bank as well, this layer serves them well when there is shortage of food. Animals such as walrus, penguin, seal, whales and many more also have thick layer of fat which helps them surviving in cold conditions. Now let's discuss about migration. What are migratory birds? Why they migrate? Some animals migrate from one place to another to avoid very cold conditions and shortage of food. Like many birds fly hundreds of miles to India and other warm countries in winter. These are called migratory birds. Now let's discuss some more points about bird, how they fly. The entire body of bird is adapted for fly. It has wings instead of forelimbs. The bones of a bird are hollow to make it light so they can fly easily. We cannot fly, we are not so light, so the birds are light, they can fly. Its muscles are so strong to help them flap its wing in the air. The eyelashes of birds are very sharp to help it see its food from the air. Now next point is, it also has extra little lungs which protect them, which help them, which work for them like a extra energy it needs for flying. Now we will discuss about the herbivores. What are herbivores? What features they have? Herbivores mammals eat leaves, shoots and grass. They do not need sharp canines to tear flesh. So most of them do not have canines or have blunt canines. They have sharp incisors for cutting vegetable matter and large premolars and molars for chewing food. They also have some helpful bacteria in their special stomach or in their intestine which help them to digest plant matter. And herbivores have protect themselves from the carnivores, they hurt them. So most of them have eyes on their side. That is why they can see around in a better way. Now we will discuss about the carnivores, what type of body structure they have. Carnivore mammals have very sharp incisors for biting and tearing flesh. They hold and kill their prey with large curved pointed canines and crush the bones with their massive premolars and molars, which are too sharp and pointed. Premolars and molars are also sharp and pointed of carnivores. So these animals have very sharp sense of smell also and sense of hearing also. So they can find their prey easily. Hearing help them to hunt in a better way. Their eyes are set in front of their head to help them focus better. Now we will discuss about the beaks and mouths. Every animal or bird have different type of mouth or beaks. The kind of mouth an animal has is connected with the food it eats. Bird have, for example, have beaks suited to their food. Mosquitoes, flies, butterflies and some other insects have proboscis or tube-like mouth that helps them draw up liquid food. Yeah, liquid diet. We can say liquid diet. Now we will discuss about how animals and plants protect themselves, because we are not going to protect them everywhere every time. So we will see how they protect themselves. Plants protect themselves from their enemies in various ways. What these ways are? Some have thorns or spines, others have stinging hairs. Some plants like papaya, banyan produce a kind of juice which irritates the skin. So we will not touch that. Next we have seen that plants like basil and mint produce a smell, very strong smell. Because of that smell, animals do not hunt them, animals do not eat them. Bitter gourd and neem are bitter, so nobody eat that. You already know about some ways in which animals protect themselves. Porcupines have quills, for example, while squids an inky liquid. Deer can run very fast, while rabbits and rats hide in burrows. Insects have poisonous stings. Snails withdraw with it in its shell. They protect themselves in their shell. While many insects play dead, but all the skills used for protection only, because they want to protect themselves from their enemies. some of the insects blend with the surroundings. We can say they actually look like leaves or twigs. So everything is for protection. Whatever they do, they want to protect themselves. Children, I hope you understood the chapter. Goodbye. God bless you. Stay home. Stay safe.